other wizard.
Okay.
You're a wizard, cleric.
So here is cleric. Alright. Here is wizard.
As soon as I can.
I'm rolling for stealth as soon as I can. I was trying to do that. I can't do it anymore. This one? Yeah. My strength is negative.
I taught myself how to do this
Here is fighter.
senior year of high school in my art class. This is what I learned out of that. How to spin.
Here is
I
rogue.
remember.
There's a couple pencils here if you want to hand those out to everyone.
We're spinning with them right now.
Okay, well, let them spin too. Alright, so those of you with spell slots, I think I listed your spells maybe?
Oh, human.
Did I do
Mason
that?
short sword.
Yeah, that's not a spell.
That's not a spell.
Bludgeoning
Jeff, I
device.
don't know how to read this.
Arcane
It's fine.
Recovery, Arcane
right there.
Ward.
Spells, longsword, longsword,
Did I put them on the back?
hand axe. Ooh, fire breath, that's
Nope.
cool.
He's got spells.
He does not have spells.
I have fire breath, that's a spell.
That's not a spell, that's your glands. You're a
Hand
dragon
axe.
guy, remember?
Am I actually?
Yes.
Sick. What's my name?
You can choose it.
Lothar the Burning.
Oh,
Yeah.
abilities. Yeah.
So I may have dropped the ball on the spells there.
Clans.
So I'm gonna look those up for you real quick.
Glands.
Wah wah.
So we'll just do some, take a look at your character sheets, familiarize yourself with that.
Why do I have a dagger?
Strength.
Most characters.
You're a wizard,
So my
right?
proficiency is staff. See, that's not very good. You're attacking with your spells. I don't have any attacking spells. I have Arcane Ward. I'm just gonna
You do,
shield
you do.
guys.
Yours is a
He's
just
getting him.
forgot
He's
to
getting him
put
right
him on
now.
support wizard.
Yes.
112.
So I don't have to like worry about marking this thing up. It just erases, right?
Yeah. It's wet erase.
Spit on it.
My name is gonna be Nom.
Dragonborn. That's cool that I am.
Alright, this is gonna take me a minute to
thought you were
grab
ready.
all these. I thought I was too.
It's
But
embarrassing.
apparently not.
What'd you do on the flight over?
Stared at the back of the seat. Tried not to lose my mind.
2 hours of silence.
Yeah.
Jeff, do you want a hand?
Sure.
What's your name?
I haven't figured one out yet. Probably gonna be Nomsky.
Nomsky?
Oh god, wouldn't it be funny if we all had a similar name like
You
that?
just pick some first level
Nomerdoodle-doo.
spells. Yeah.
And then Robin.
And then we'll have to do the cleric.
You get to be
I
Robin.
got some cantrips.
I'll be Bob.
He needs
Bob
one
the
more
cleric.
cantrip.
Bob. What was my name at the place last night? What was I?
He's
Kingston?
abjuration.
Kingston. Jefferson something.
No, it was Kingston J. Harrison III.
Oh yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna be.
Alright, so here's a d20 for you. Here's one for you. This one's hard to read, I'm sorry. And here's one for you. And then,
I actually have my D20 in my back.
Well, you can go get it if you
I
want.
think so. It's lucky.
Okay.
It's probably luckier than this one.
Bring all your dice over. What damage die are on your... If you look at your attacks,
Yep.
what...
1d8, 1d10, 1d6,
1d8, 1d10, 1d6.
and then I have a 2d6 for my glands.
Okay.
I just need 1d4.
Okay. You'll need more, I think, but
Wait, what did you do?
when you get your spells, yeah. And what else? A d8, a d10?
6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10. What is this?
10.
10?
And then, thank you. There you go. There's a full set. And then a d4, and then we'll determine other spells for you.
No, it's 6 it's 9, but like.
Where the dot is on the 6, on the bottom that's a 6, and the dot's closer to the curve.
So I think the cleric has cure wounds.
I hope so. That's me.
He's just looking this way, so.
Yeah, I don't know who the cleric is. know that much.
I like that you have spell cards.
Yeah,
like
that's really
Pokemon
cool.
cards.
Yeah.
That's
Did
great.
you guys make these or? Are these...
No, these are by a company called Gale Force 9, and they're pretty cool. They're useful for just throwing
Everything.
something together.
Why do you think that? So who is it? Wizard of the Coast who
Coast.
owns? Why is it that they didn't capitalize on things like this? Like what?
I don't know.
Seems really like a
Yeah,
obvious thing.
right.
Like why they didn't make cards?
Yeah, why did they make
Cards.
cards
They
for
made
like
Magic
accessories?
the Gathering cards. So yeah,
I'm
this
pretty
is
sure
very
Gale Force
strange.
9 has partnered with
Yeah.
them.
Oh, okay.
So my guess, because they're using content that you're not allowed to use unless you're a partner of theirs. So that would be my guess.
Oh, you mean they're like, we don't want to do that, but if you guys will
Right.
want to do that,
Right.
we'll take a cut of the profits or whatever.
That would be my guess.
Well, it's probably a licensing fee. So do you have to buy them like packets or how does that
They
work?
come in boxes.
Kazuga? Nice.
Like cleric specific, bard specific, arcane caster specific, and then they're kind of expensive. They're like a luxury item.
Sure.
I like them.
What was his priest net? Not priest.
Alright.
How much would it cost to get like all the wizards?
Mortal Kombat?
That would just be arcane
cantrips.
box,
You
and
can
I
use
think
them any
that
number
costs
of
like
times.
$20.
Okay.
These
Something
are
like
first
that.
level spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have one character or you wizards and you
Right.
specialize in arcane, $20 is
Yeah.
not that much, right? Unless
Not
I
too bad.
cover it or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thanks for doing that, John. So take a moment,
Cleric.
look over your
Cleric.
What kind of
abilities.
cleric are you?
I don't know.
Light.
Light cleric.
to me.
Cool. Get you some spells.
And they're level 2.
Go try my penis in this, Neil. I'm onto you.
All right, so we start here. I think we go north, but we loop back.
Don't you do it.
I cut it off just in time. It's not funny to laugh about donating to charity. Yeah. It's for charity.
What are you doing?
It's for the kids.
Laughing at Curry.
First thing you do is get a bunch of nerds in a room.
You want me to look at the clerk spell list?
Hey, watch it.
Okay. You just know. You're awesome.
More or less.
Hey, we don't use the N word here, okay?
Yeah.
These are
This is
the
a safe space.
cantrips.
You say geek. It's fine.
So Mark,
I got
these
my
ones
shirt.
are cantrips. You
I
can
look at
cast
that?
these an unlimited amount of times.
You get cool things.
Resistance, because I'm the support. What else do I do?
Doesn't work.
Just guess that they're
What app?
The BlizzCon.
Surprised you guys didn't do a halfling rogue.
Do you log in on the
Yeah.
website?
Why am I trying to?
That's what I play,
The stream's right there.
Oh,
Well, I was gonna just listen to it.
good. So
like,
you'll kind of know the
more
archetypes.
closely.
Yeah, that's why I chose rogue. I was like, okay,
I'll do that.
I don't know exactly how to play that.
Yeah, halfling rogues are great.
Yeah, I mean, lucky, stealth, like natural stealthiness,
Right.
and yeah.
Hey, how healing? How much healing do you want to have? A little bit or a lot?
Because they're like middle of the road. Is it more
Already gave
attacky
you
than
cure
healing?
wounds.
Or
Oh, you already gave him cure
Yeah.
wounds? All right.
Yeah, I got that one.
It's in here, though, so you have a
I got
duplicate?
multiple.
Okay, well, we'll probably just do that.
All right, here's your other spells.
Sweet. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we'll give him a couple more.
One more spell coming in, or one or two more.
Smite. Sweet.
How many slots do they
I
have?
think at 3 slots.
I think I listed that on the characters sheet down below in abilities. You should have something that talks about spell slots.
Do you have any magic items in the?
No.
Like they're not going to run across
One
anything.
offensive
We know they're going to run across anything.
No,
Okay.
maybe potions, but that doesn't matter.
I don't see it.
You can't hear me at all.
So let's see here.
Oh, these go back.
I know.
That's pretty nice.
I like these chairs.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This table smells.
I'll write those down. Yeah, sorry guys, this wasn't planned. One shot here, so I'm not fully set up.
I left a raid that I was in queue for 50 minutes to come do this.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't care.
I'm here for a day.
Those are
24 hours.
those were your decisions to make.
Wait. You're tangled. Is the mic?
All right, so he's gone.
This is how I play.
Thanks, Ricky. Look at that. Perfect.
So there's a concept for the wizard and the cleric. There's the concept of spell slots,
Thank you.
and you have 3 first level spell slots over there, wizard. So in between a long rest, you can cast a first level spell, any one that you have on any one of those cards, but you can only do 3 of them per long rest.
Okay.
So like 3 per day is basically the thing. So you have 3 first level spell slots. So the cards that say first level, you can cast any one of those cards, but you can only use it 3 times. Does that make sense? Cool. Okay, so everybody kind of familiar with their character sheet?
Yeah.
Did anybody name their character?
Bob.
Okay, Bob, why don't you tell us what class you're playing?
Hi, I'm Bob. I'm the friendly neighborhood cleric.
Yeah.
Bob.
So clerics are good at tanking stuff. You can get in close to enemies and fight. I think you have a shield.
I
And
do.
a mace.
Yes, I have a shield and a mace. I'm also a high elf, so we're
Okay.
slightly taller.
Yeah. Pointy ears.
20 years.
Yeah. On a pedestal. You can also channel divine magic from your god, the god of the morning, Lathander.
Lathander.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're a light domain cleric, so you use the light of the sun to burn the undead and all sorts of good stuff.
Very nice.
I don't see your stories.
Did you name your character?
Kazuga.
Okay, Kazuga, and you are a Dragonborn fighter.
Yes.
Dragonborn fighters are good at smashing stuff with things.
You
got
want to
fire
smash
breath.
together?
And you got
let's
HP.
smash.
Let's go smash.
Yeah.
We're gonna smash real hard.
Very
Bob.
good. And then
Super hard smash.
Yeah, I was gonna name my character Nom, but actually after hearing his name, I'm gonna name him Banjo.
Banjo. Okay.
Kazuga.
Banjo. Yeah, that's good. And you're a human rogue, so you're good at stealth, picking locks, detecting traps, stabbing things in the back, all that good stuff. And you're the wizard, right?
Yeah, Rain. I'm the human
Rain.
wizard.
Cool. So you're an abjuration wizard, which means you can cast your spells and siphon off some of that spell power and create an arcane shield for yourself, giving you like a little extra buffer of hit points. And you're good at arcana checks, anything that has to do with magic, that's your wheelhouse.
Okay.
So the 4 of you, we're playing a one-shot here, so everything's very contrived. But the 4 of you are friends, you're an adventuring group, and I think you were on your way somewhere, a kobold mine, some adventure, and you had made camp in a forest. Night came in, and when morning dawns, you are surrounded by thick billowing fog. Your fire is guttered out, and
We are not misborn. I'm good. Misborn around.
no, you're not misborn out. Sorry.
Got some logs here.
Yeah, so it's just thick mist
That is a
enveloping
log
your
that looks like-
campsite, and as you awaken,
Then you do another one.
you can see that the trees in the forest have changed. So you were in a evergreen
Is that a
forest,
fire?
lots of pine
That makes
needles,
some
fir
fog.
trees, but now you're in a deciduous forest, so like lots of maple trees. It's very odd.
Go ahead and click it. That
What do you
yellow
guys
button,
do?
And it'll process.
You might want to save some space.
It's like, okay, we
Fog is everywhere. Always.
Don't commit too hard.
The fog is always.
yeah, this is instant.
So yeah, what do you guys do? Wake up in a seemingly different place, surrounded by fog,
Yeah, because it seems like we
Is the
you
fire
should probably
still
check
gone?
to see whether or
Is
not
there
it's
fire?
magical.
guttered out.
So I could use detect magic, but that would be one of my spells
It would be.
for the day.
But we're not fighting, right? So it doesn't.
You're not fighting,
So it
but
doesn't count.
it does count if you expend a spell slot out of combat. It's still.
Is
We
it
check
sunny
and see
out
if
or
it's
it's,
illusion.
nighttime,
So
right?
that's a good
Or if we
question,
actually
Cleric of
move.
the Sun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll get back to you. This fog is obscuring the sun. You feel a weaker connection to your god here.
Okay.
There's something unnatural about it.
It's bad fog.
Wizard, if you wanted to make an Arcana check, which is one of your skills there, you would roll a d20 and add the plus there.
Alright.
Maybe we can learn something about the nature of this fog.
Oh, okay.
That's not
So
a
I
good
get
roll.
9 plus 5.
14? Alright, with a 14, you as well determine this fog is unnatural, and you can actually see shapes coalesce in it. Vaguely humanoid, sometimes wolves stalking, but they dissipate quickly. The fog is also clinging as you approach the edge of it. It doesn't. It kind of rebuffs you, so it's difficult to move through. It's thick like soup. It's tangible. It's not natural.
What happens if we touch? Can I touch it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cold and it's soupy. You can feel it like resist you as you move your hand through.
Does it like? So it's like all around us right now.
Yeah, all around your
touching
campsite.
us.
Yeah.
Can we like try and light a fire? Can I try and light a fire?
Sure. So you start lighting a fire. You have a tinderbox, I think.
Can I roll for stealth?
Sure.
I do.
You can find someone to hide in the shadows.
I know.
10 plus.
One win, 2 draws are.
Actually, yeah, 15.
Okay. So where do you hide?
Behind that tree?
Yeah. So are there? Help me understand something. Are there? Yeah, there are trees.
Yeah,
that
you
are-
guys kind of camped in the forest. There's a few trees around the edges of your campsite.
Oh, so but they are before the mist.
Before the fog, yeah.
Okay, so I'm like hidden behind one of
Okay.
those trees.
So as you move to hide behind this tree, you do so successfully. You feel like you have a good spot. The fog to the north of the ring where you went to hide actually billows away in parts before you as you approach.
Okay.
About 30 feet out, it just kind of opens a path.
And then how far can I see?
Just about 30 feet down.
And I see nothing?
It's kind of dim light. The sun is having a hard time penetrating this fog.
This one's behind or you are?
Do we want to follow Banjo? Does the fire do anything that I just lit? Does it
You're able to relight the fire, and it sheds some dim light in the area.
doesn't like retract the fog or anything?
The fog doesn't seem to react.
Oh, you guys want to go through that?
Yeah. Let's go. I'm down.
Okay. So you gather your things, get your equipment on, adventuring mode, and you start to walk down this path through the forest. You come across a game trail, which then dumps out eventually onto a gravel road. Dirt, stones litter it, and as you're traveling through, the fog stays about 30 feet in front of you. And if you try to deter from the path that is open, it rebuffs you. You know, it doesn't part before you. You get back into that soupy cold feeling. Ahead of you, on this dirt road, are two large statues of soldiers. They look ancient. They're stone. They're about 30 feet high. They have shields and spears. Parts of the statues have broken off over time. I think one's probably headless. The other one, the spear is broken off. And there's an old iron gate that lies open before you. It's just massive. What do you guys do?
Is this open?
The gate seems to be open. It's ajar, yeah.
Yeah.
You walk through if you want
Our
to.
gate.
Hey Kazuga, you want to lead the way? With me and go smash?
Yeah. Oh, should we decide?
Pull out a torch.
I think we decide order when we get
Okay.
into a fight.
Alright.
Alright, we're walking through the gate.
Bob and I are going to go through the gate.
Okay. You walk through the gate, and the one statue with the head is probably just an optical illusion, but its eyes seem to watch you as you approach and pass through the threshold. Beyond the threshold of the gate, the gravel road continues, and the mist seems to part, and it reveals a small village. It has tall houses, dark as tombstones, nestled along these dwellings are a handful of closed-up shops. Even the tavern is shut tight. A soft whimpering draws your eye toward a pair of children standing in the middle of an otherwise lifeless street. There's two children. One is taller than the other, and the taller child seems to be leaning over and trying to comfort the smaller child. What do you guys do?
Hack and slash.
Not Dungeon World.
Okay. Am I still stealth or? Okay.
Can I make a perception check and see if we see anything else besides these kids?
Certainly.
That is a 5 plus a 10.
So, with a 10, you notice that the fog seems to be thinner within the city. It still hangs in the streets, but not as thick. And by city, I mean small. village. But at the outskirts of the village, closed in tight to the buildings, it's that thick wall of fog. And these two children seem to be the only signs of life around.
I guess we got talking.
Yeah,
Who's
go
good
up
at
to them.
talking?
I have 0 charisma.
Yeah.
Charisma is the talking
I
side.
have 0 charisma as well.
I think I
Neil.
have
one.
You got?
2.
2?
Yeah, you just.
But I would have to
break
get
out
out of
stealth.
stealth. So I'll approach him so that you said it's 2 kids, right?
Yeah, 2 kids. They're just standing in the street. They're standing beside a gate. So there's a house, which is its yard is surrounded by a gate with a stone wall, and then it's got some old iron, like an iron half fence about 2 feet, like iron spikes on top of that wall, and the gate swings open, and they're just standing outside that gate. And,
Okay. So I go up to them and say, what's happened here?
Okay, so the older girl shushes. It's a girl and a boy. As you approach, you see that the girl is the older of the 2 children, and she shushes the boy as you approach. And
What am I trying?
she looks at you and says, "There's a monster in our house." She then points to a tall brick house that has seen better days. Its windows are dark. It has a gated portico on the ground floor, and a rusty gate is slightly ajar. The houses on either side are abandoned. Their windows and doors are boarded up.
And so I ask, what do you mean a monster? Please.
It's a horrible creature. It's in our basement, and we can hear it rumbling. Our parents went down. They locked us upstairs, and we haven't seen it. So we came out here.
Where are the rest of the inhabitants of this village?
I don't know.
Alright, let's go investigate the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we secure the kids?
They look fine. Where you getting?
Ominous children
Chan?
standing in a street covered in fog. They're fine. They're not dangerous.
They're actually the final boss.
The final boss.
Yeah, pretty sure. All right, so I guess we're gonna go walk into the house.
You said it's open, or do we have to
So-
open it?
On the front porch, it's kind of like a gazebo attached to the front of the porch. It's like a covered balcony. There's like a railing with pillars connecting to an overhang, and then the steps. It's a veranda.
Pillar,
portico.
pillars.
And it's got this rusty iron gate at the top of the stairs that a couple steps that lead up there, and it's just laying ajar.
Is it creaky?
Oh, it looks really creepy. Yeah. So you guys approach. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay, so our Dragonborn fighter, Kazuga, you push the gate aside and it creaks satisfyingly. And you step up onto the portico, the veranda, and you see the front door to this house. It's closed. The windows are dark. They're hard to peer through. They're kind of opaque. They're kind of dusty. What do you do?
Smash it in.
Let's see if it just opens naturally first. Turn the doorknob.
We're blunt,
The door
we're
opens.
blunt objects.
Does it also creak?
Yes. Everything's very creaky.
Everything's very creaky.
Very creaky.
I gotta get some WD-40.
Yeah, yeah. You take out your W40 and start.
Is that in my pack?
Yeah.
Do I have WD-40?
You got a mess kit? No, it's not the same thing.
Alright. We open the door. We go inside.
You open the door. So there's a small entryway. There are 2 iron lamps hanging from chains in the ceiling,
Are they lit?
illuminating. Yeah, they're lit. The small entrance area leads to a larger foyer. Hanging on the south wall of the foyer is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a stylized windmill on a red field, flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. Mahogany-framed double doors leading from the foyer to the main hall are set with panes of stained glass.
How big is this house?
It's big.
Sounds like clearly bigger than the one I did.
Are they-
From the outside, you saw 4 stories.
Okay. Is it It's the biggest house in the village?
It's one of the biggest ones. All the houses are kind of tall and angular in this village, but this one's very nice. If it wasn't so kind of run down. It's seen better days, but once it must have been opulent.
What is the stained glass of? Is it like art or is it just normal stained glass?
I think that's a good question. I think they're scenes of fields. So
It's like farming.
they complement the coat of arms on the shield. So the coat of arms is a windmill on a red field, and then the stained glass continues that motif.
See if we can find out anything about this family that lived here through that coat of arms.
I can do a history check.
Sure.
Yeah, let me investigate the coat of arms with a 7.
6? 7? You don't.
This dice is not good for me right now.
You don't recognize the coat of arms. It doesn't ring any bells for you, but it does. I guess in not knowing it gives you some information because this noble family is not from any land you've ever been. Therefore, you might be in a land that you've never been in.
Right, because remember we got teleported or something.
Watch your hand.
Depends on how much video I want to play.
Oh, it's all over. Oh.
Yeah, I get like
Don't get it everywhere.
Boo.
You ruined my house.
I did, sorry.
That's a good. That's a
The
damn
kids said
good.
something about the parents going down to the basement. I mean, that's our best.
Do we see any stairs anywhere in there?
No. The only place you haven't been so far is a large entryway that is across the foyer that you're currently, like you just stepped in. So there's another pair of doors, and it looks like it opens up into a bigger room beyond.
Shall we continue? Yeah. This ominous house?
So we'll walk across the floor into the door. Is the floor creaky?
Yeah. You seem to hit every creaky board, every step. You know, the road.
But not me, right?
The road doesn't seem to have this problem.
Just my heavily trodden hooves.
Yeah. You have hooves.
I'm a dragon, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Typically they have like
Do they have
claws.
claws? I don't know what a dragon is.
But you can have hooves if you want.
I want like a hoof, but then it also has just like 2.
Gross. All right. Okay, so you enter this main hall of this house. It's very wide. It runs the width of the house with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a longsword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. The wood-paneled walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. Characters who search the walls. Oops, I wasn't supposed to read that.
I'm gonna search the walls.
Okay, hold on. The decorative paneling follows the staircase as it circles upward to the second floor. There seems to be a closet also off on the western side of the room. You wanted to search the walls, so make
Is there an ominous bookshelf anywhere that I can start
no
pulling some
bookshelves,
books
but go ahead.
from? Perception check.
Yep.
That's a 6 and a 5, which is an 11. We're getting higher now, slowly.
Nice.
Okay, you got an 11.
Yep.
You don't notice anything beyond what I described.
I'd like to inspect the sword.
Okay, you can all make a perception check if you're interested.
Oh,
Is that
should I do
20?
the walls first then?
It's a d20. Yeah.
Plus your perception modifier.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a terrible roll. I rolled an 11.
14.
Okay.
13.
Okay, the two of you, as you're inspecting these engraved walls, you notice that beyond what was described, you see kind of hidden into the ornate carvings other figures. You see serpents and skulls inconspicuously woven in, and they're just kind of subtly menacing. So in this like kind of Baroque garden scene, you know, like Where's Waldo style, are, you know, you'll see skulls and serpents, you know, winding through this, you know, the eye socket of the skull, that sort of stuff.
So I touch it.
Okay. Yeah, it's just engraved wood. You don't think there's anything magical or secretive about it, other than it's meant to be subtle within the engraving itself.
Alright, I want to inspect the sword.
That's
The
free.
sword, okay. Yeah, so do you take it off the mantle?
Different.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any magical properties or like,
Okay,
if
go ahead and
there's
make an
any
Arcana
name
check.
or anything. 10.
Yes.
Doing perception.
The double digits now.
Arcana for you.
Arcana. Plus 5, so 15.
Okay. The sword is purely ornamental. It could be used in battle, but it hasn't been sharpened as such, and it doesn't appear to be magical.
Okay.
Did you remove it from the mantle, or did you just inspect it?
I removed it.
Yeah.
Any secret doors
Am I
open when we
keeping
move
the sword in my inventory?
Is it better?
If you
Is
want
it
to.
would it be better than my short sword?
Not for you. Well,
Because did you say it was not sharpened and it's
yeah,
not?
it's kind of
it's not.
blunted.
Okay.
It's ornamental.
Got it.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. So there are 5 ways out of this room. So across the room from you, there are 2 doors set in a wall. One looks like a closet door, the other looks like it goes onto another room in the house. They're both shut. And then there's like a small hallway that has a door at the end of the hallway and then a door immediately to the right of the hallway, both leading to other places of the house. And then there's this curving staircase that goes up to the second floor.
So we need to try to get to the basement.
Yeah.
We're still on the main floor. So do we want to?
You think it's one of these doors?
Do we want to split up into groups?
You can split the party
door.
door.
Or do you guys want to choose a door?
I think we should stay as a group.
Yeah.
We should choose a.
Splitting the party's bad.
Yeah.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay. DM said it. We're good. Let's go.
Why would he ever lie?
I'll go upstairs.
Okay, we'll follow then, I guess.
All right.
Wait, we're trying to go downstairs. My bad.
Bad timing.
It's fine. Yeah. No.
Let's not go upstairs.
Let's
We want to
okay,
open all the other doors and see
You
which
said there's
ones.
5 ways out. The way we came in, the staircase, the 2 doorways. What was the 5th one?
There's the 2 doorways to the left,
Uh-huh.
and those look like one's a closet, one enters into another room, and then on the other side, on the right-hand side, there's that little hallway. At the end of the hallway, there's a door, and then off to the right of the hallway, there's another door.
Let's open the closet. There's one in the closet first?
Yeah.
Door number 2? Okay.
Okay, within the closet,
Dead bodies.
it's a cloakroom. It has several black cloaks hanging from hooks on the walls, and a top hat sits on the high shelf.
God damn it.
All right, the cleric takes the top hat.
Done.
I assume you don it.
Yep, it's on.
Fancifully.
It is on my head, covering whatever holy symbol that might be
What's
on
the
my
dust off?
forehead.
On your head?
Does that give him like 10% of 1 armor and then
No, he's got long,
minus
luscious
10
hair.
style?
Yeah, he's a high elf.
It
so.
makes him a target.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
Plus 1 aggro from the DM.
Yeah, for
Plus-
sure.
top hat.
Yeah.
Plus
There doesn't seem to
one
be anything else in the closet.
aggro.
What'd you know?
No trapdoors? There's no.
We want to go down that hallway then. That looks ominous.
Let's do it. Let's
Which
do it.
hallway? The one that splits off, or the one right next to the closet door?
So there was only one hallway?
There's only one
There's
hallway.
only one hallway.
Okay, so go down the hallway. Yeah.
Okay. There's 2 doors. One at the end of the hallway and one to the on the right-hand side.
Right hand side.
To the right hand side.
Right hand side first.
Yeah.
Okay. So you open the door into a kitchen. The kitchen is tidy. There's dishware and cookware and utensils neatly placed on shelves. A work table, a work table has a cutting board and a rolling pin set on top of it. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall. Its bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left, a thin door leading to a well-stocked pantry. All the food appears fresh and available.
Wait, I remember this. We eat the food and then we go and sing.
Was that on the last adventure?
We've encountered this.
We've encountered this.
Yeah, so that's what this room's a kitchen. Kitchen and pantry.
Do you have any, can we inspect the food for any weird magical properties?
Make a
that may
perception
have
check.
You want me to do that?
You would have to, I think. I don't think I can I?
Everyone
Oh,
can.
I only got a 4, so
Let's do it.
I guess a 9.
Just one
Looks
house.
tasty.
That's a 15, baby.
Looks tasty.
13.
You notice that the food doesn't smell as like aromatic and flavorful as you would expect. Yeah.
Huh.
Without tasting it. That's all you can really.
I'll taste one. Got,
Okay.
Is there some bread or something?
Yeah, there's a loaf of bread. Break off a hunk and eat it. It tastes fine. It's just really bland. Just fall short of expectation.
Is there like a spell or anything over it? Can you like do an arcane check?
That's what I did. I rolled.
Sounds like
Oh,
it
you did.
was conjure food, like it was created through magic, not through natural means.
Does it fit the?
Maybe.
Does it? The kitchen fit the same theme as the rest of the house? Just that you came in, it looks kind of worn down and dilapidated. But you
Yeah,
said this kitchen
everything's
is pristine.
it's
and
just
fresh.
tidy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tidy and the food's fresh but bland. But yeah, the house is just kind of, it's just decaying opulence. Is
kind
kind
of-
of the theme here.
They're hot food.
No, it's stored goods, so
Stored
dried
goods.
goods.
A pantry.
Yeah.
Or livery, is that what it's called?
Sure. Yeah.
It was DiGiorno.
We want to go back out and try the other door in the hall.
Yeah, let's do that.
Seems just like a kitchen to me.
Okay. You do notice that at the end of the kitchen there is another door.
Oh,
If you want to check that out first.
yeah, let's do that. Can't go
Okay.
backwards. We have to go forwards.
Always move forward.
All right.
Saw my triple kill. This isn't a triple kill.
So actually, that was the pantry. But as you further inspect it, you notice a dumbwaiter is in the pantry on the other side of next to the
down.
door. Yeah.
Like a.
It's tiny. Anybody?
It doesn't look like any of you would fit in.
That probably leads down to the basement. So.
Or the dumb.
Maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe it leads up to the master's quarters.
Oh, okay. For,
Are there any
Can
levers?
I put a candle into the this thing and lower it down?
Yeah.
I'll light it first.
Does it go down or up?
Let me
I guess that's a real question.
let me discern that for you.
roll for discernment.
Like you're ready to fall asleep.
It does not go down. It only goes up.
Oh. No, I'll not bother with candles then. I'll keep my candles.
Okay. So, I think after we realize this, we haven't explored the whole house, but we know that the dumbwaiter doesn't go down.
Right.
Do we want to continue to try to look for a way down into the basement still? For sure. Okay.
We gotta find the parents.
All right.
So we're
gonna leave the kitchen.
Yeah, we have to leave. Yeah.
Because you said the second door we just saw,
Yep.
we opened
So you
it. And
return
it was
back.
the dumbwaiter.
You return back to that hallway.
Right. And then there's another door, right?
Right.
You said there was two. Okay.
At
So
the end.
We go to the right and we go to the end of the hallway.
Okay. Excellent.
Why are we watching TV?
So this opens up to a dining room. The centerpiece of this wood paneled dining room is a carved black mahogany table, surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is covered with resplendent silverware and crystalware, polished to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany-framed painting of an alpine vale. The wall painting is again carved with elegant images of deer amongst the trees. Red silk drapes cover the windows, and a tapestry depicting hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf hangs from an iron rod bolted to the south wall.
Good enough to say here.
Is the fireplace lit? In the dining room.
It is not lit.
It is not lit.
I'll start that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You spend a couple minutes with your splint tinder. You can probably find some kindling next to the fireplace that's there for that express purpose. Start a fire.
Alright, so besides the door that we just came in, are there any other doors, or is it just like a enclosed?
So there is a door. So to the left of the fireplace, there is another door entering to the dining room. You suspect that it was the door next to the closet connects to this room.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Okay.
14.
14. All right, so you kind of walk around the room, taking things in, and again you notice in the engraved wood paneling something off. There's the wolves that are being chased by the hunting dogs and the aristocrats. They have human faces that are twisted with looks of fear and horror.
Roll a perception check. That is 12 plus 10, 22.
You also notice that.
Same thing.
10 is a lot. It's interesting. Very perceptive.
Passive.
Perception.
That's your passive perception. So that's without making a check. That's what you would
Oh.
do. Yeah,
I read the wrong thing.
it's okay.
Okay.
I have 15 passive. I wow. I should stop rolling.
So, like the shape of a wolf, but with a human
Yeah,
face.
wolf's body with like a humanoid face. When you get close, there's
like a warg or something.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much a dead end, though, right? Because
Yeah, it goes back into the main hall. The only place you guys haven't explored yet is up the stairs at this point.
Okay. So should we do that?
So we want to open up that door next to the mantle and go back out into the main. That'll lead us out into the main corridor, right, next to the closet.
Yeah.
And then from there we can go across to the red staircase.
Correct.
Should have to go upstairs to possibly go downstairs.
Possibly.
Or we could start hacking at the floor.
I wonder if the basement.
We do have weapons.
So you guys are heading upstairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you walk up the stairs, and it leads you to a long hallway. So it's like kind of a spiral staircase going up, and as you reach the top, it's like a square stairway, and there are unlit oil lamps mounted on the walls. It's an elegant little hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of a family. There are two parents and two smiling children, the children that you saw on the street. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which the mother regards with a hint of scorn in the painting.
Bastard child.
Standing suits of armor flank wooden doors on the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with motifs of dancing youths. And the red marble staircase that started on the first floor continues upward to the third floor as well.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Sorry. Summarize our options for where to go.
We go down the hallway,
Yep.
and there's doors on either side, and then at the end, what did you say, at the end of the hallway where the statue?
There's a window, but the statues stand in alcoves between the doors.
How many statues are there?
Or it's suits of armor.
How many suits of armor are there?
4.
4, 2 on each side.
Yep.
And how many doors in the hallway?
4.
4 doors, 2 on each side.
Yep.
So these are probably
The
bedrooms
yeah,
or
living-
servant
yeah.
quarters.
Maybe.
I mean, we can explore those.
Yeah, just open them and yeah. So we go ahead and just open them. Start opening.
Left or right?
Left.
Left. Good
Always go-
adventurers go left.
Always go left.
Alrighty, left. You open this room, and gossamer drapes cover the windows of an elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men and women and children singing and playing instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece. Cleric Bob,
Yep.
as you walk down the hallway and everybody enters the room, you take a look at the motifs on the doors of the dancing youths, and you notice with your passive perception of 15 that the youths aren't actually dancing, they're fending off swarms of bats. They're like running, and they're like, yeah.
Is this depicting like what happened to this town, maybe?
What do you guys do when you enter the conservatory? Musical instruments.
Can I pluck the harp?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Seems well tuned.
Okay.
Yeah.
No secret doors or anything. Can I play a tune on it? Do I know how to play a harp?
Make a performance check.
Can you give us a bardic buff?
That's a 2.
Oh,
He's not very good.
yeah. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, I think the
my day job.
The harsh tones that you create on the harp kind of echo throughout the house, and you hear like a creaking sound in the floorboards from the floor above.
We can go higher? What?
Yeah, it's the third floor. We're only on the second floor.
Yeah.
Okay. How are we going to get to the basement?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or we'll all die before we get there.
All right. So we leave that room, right? And there's 3 other rooms to check out. So.
I misspoke. They're double doors, not 4 sets of doors. So there's 2 rooms.
2 rooms. Okay, so we go to the other room.
Okay. Open those doors. So this is a library. You open up the doors and there's lots of bookshelves. There are red velvet drapes across the windows here. They're drawn. No light filters through. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-back chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Craig. Craig. Where is it? There's a windmill atop
This is the same window crest that we saw when we first came in the house.
Right. Situated in the corners of the room are 2 overstuffed chairs, floor-to-ceiling bookshelves lining the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows someone to do that scene from Beauty and the Beast across the bookshelves, if you want.
Can I passive perceive the bookshelf to see if it's magical or not magical, but if it seems like...
You can, but give me a second here. So there's also a desk. There are several items resting atop it. There's an oil lamp, a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinder box, a letter kit containing a red wax handle. There are 4 blank sheets of parchment and a wooden seal bearing the Durst family insignia, which is a windmill. The desk drawer is slightly ajar. And then you, as you're walking around noticing things, you notice that in front of one of the bookshelves on the floor are scratch marks. Seem
like
to be
it
worn
opens.
into, like it opens.
Okay. I just start pulling books.
Okay, yeah, you pull a couple books, and finally you find one that sticks, pulls like a lever and clicks. The bookshelf slowly starts to like it pops open, and you can pull it.
Was it creaky?
It's super creaky.
Super creepy.
Super creaky.
I don't think it was.
You don't think it was?
It was more like, I think it was scratchy. It was like
So I have active passive perception of 13.
Okay, you notice them as well. Okay. You also notice the open drawer in the bookshelf.
I go ahead and
There's an iron key in there.
I take the iron key.
Okay.
Was that in the desk or the bookshelf?
In the desk.
Okay.
Okay, so
it's on my phone. Just turn my volume down.
secret room time. So Bob, you reveal this secret room.
Yes.
It also contains bookshelves packed with tomes with black and like dark brown and kind of ominous looking bindings. You think some might be skin.
Can I
or
do
leather.
Arcana check on the books?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and roll that.
They're like grimoires.
Yeah, it looks
I rolled a 2.
pretty grimdark.
That's a 2, right?
I think you're overcome by the potential of knowledge that might be contained here. You're just kind of excited.
You can just always roll again. Oh, can I?
Yeah, you're not in.
There's a heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet that stand on the south wall. Its lid is half closed. Sticking out of the chest is a skeleton in leather armor. The skeleton looks like it was in the chest, like its upper body is in the chest and then the lid closed on it.
Oh, okay. So could be a mimic.
Could be. What do you guys do?
Open it.
Open the chest.
Stick it in. Twist it.
Okay. So you open up the chest, and the skeleton like falls back. He was wearing a leather jerkin, and in the jerkin's chest, it's pierced by 3 darts.
You better duck.
Let's see here. It looks like whatever trap existed on this chest was fired and killed some adventurer. In the skeleton's left hand, there is clutched a letter bearing a different seal in red wax. The seal depicts a raven atop a castle. What do you do?
Let's read the letter.
Kazuga takes the letter out of the skeleton's hand, breaks the seal, and reads the following.
I got shot.
My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled in your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by your darkness, of that I have no doubt. Save you from your darkness, of that I will not think. I much prefer you as you are, your dread lord and master, Strahd Lazarovich.
Whoa. Okay. Is there anything in the chest?
No, just the letter, it looks like.
So do we think that this guy is associated with this crest, the windshield, or not windshield, the windmill crest?
The skeleton?
Yeah.
Make an insight check.
16.
You don't think so. It looks like an intruder.
So, I'm sorry. Was the letter in the chest, or was the person who died carrying the letter?
It was sealed.
It looks like the guy opened the chest, grabbed the letter, and got
And died.
darted and died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we see anything else about this trap at all? It seems like it's already been triggered, but does it like
Oh, actually,
anything
sorry.
else?
The chest was not empty. I just needed to read further. The chest contains 3 blank books with black leather covers. They look valuable. They're nicely made. There are 3 scrolls. They look magical, wizard.
Okay.
There's a deed to the house, the deed to a windmill, and a signed will. The windmill referred to in the second deed is situated in the mountains east of a town called Valaki. The will is signed by Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, and bequeaths the house, the windmill, and all of the other family property to Rosavalda and Thornbolt Durst. You assume the 2 children.
Yeah.
The books, scrolls, deeds are up for grabs.
I'd like to take everything.
Okay. So make an Arcana check for me on those scrolls.
8 plus 5.
13. Okay. So you are able to determine, you take a few minutes and inspect them. It is a scroll of bless, protection from poison, and spiritual weapon.
Okay. Are all 3 of them that?
Yes.
We're down 1, guys. We're
Those
down
are
1.
the 3 scrolls.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
each one is.
Yeah.
Right. What was it? Poison.
Protection from poison, bless, and spiritual weapon.
Okay. Oh, bless and spirit.
Oh, so it's 3 of them, or is
3
it
scrolls.
3 scrolls? Okay.
Yep.
Dude, customs get intense.
Yeah, sorry, we got distracted.
Oh,
All right, so we walk out.
okay. Yep. Unexplored areas are the next floor up.
I guess we go up. Let's go.
Yeah, we go.
Okay. Alrighty, let's see where you need to go here. Alright. Alright, so you climb the staircase to its full height and land on a balcony.
That's all there is at the very top of the
Yep,
staircase.
it's just
is
a
balcony.
dusty balcony. There's a suit of black plate armor standing against one wall. It's draped in cobwebs. There are oil lamps mounted on oak-paneled walls, which are carved with woodland scenes of trees, falling leaves, and tiny critters. What do you do?
You got 15 perception.
Right. Do I passively perceive anything?
Yes, you do. You walk up and start taking a look at the panelings, and you see out of the corner of your eye, the suit of armor that's covered in cobwebs. It lunges towards you and goes to grasp you about the neck. Everybody roll for initiative.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Got 17.
Oh, not good.
I got 11. Add your initiative modifier, by the way.
It's right here, right next
You
to
have a
the
0.
Where's mine? Do I have initiative on?
No, you don't.
What did you get?
I got an 11.
9.
9.
Yeah, not great.
Did you give Josh a weapon blade? Is that what I saw? What? Did you give him a weapon blade?
Wizard, what did you get?
17.
17? Nice.
That's really good. 18.
18?
Whoa.
Very nice.
Dumb rogue over here.
You were looking for secret doors.
Yeah.
Alright, so Kazuga, you see this and are not surprised as the armor lurches from its housing and goes for the cleric. What do you do?
I want to pull my two-handed sword from my back.
Okay.
And I just want to block the attack.
Okay.
So instead of him grabbing the cleric by the neck, he's going to grab just the blade of the sword.
Okay, so you...
And then I'm just going to try to
wanna
move his
attack
arm
him?
down.
Okay.
I don't want to... I want him to grab the sword, and I kind of want to disarm him.
Okay. But he doesn't have a sword. He's just going
Yeah,
in.
no,
with his-
literally
Oh, you want
disarm
to cut
him.
off. Okay, make an attack roll.
I saved, thank you.
Well, we'll see.
I'm not.
What am I
Roll
rolling
a
here with my
D20.
2?
Gods of Light will not fail me today.
10?
And then you add your attack bonus, which I believe is a 5.
5 with the two-handed, yeah.
Okay, so with a 15, you bring your sword to bear, and it slashes across the gauntlet. There's a shower of sparks, but nothing happens.
You're dead.
I'm just being choked. I'm not dead yet.
So it doesn't, like, deflect the... Does he land the
Like,
choke?
yeah, sure, it like deflects the arm, but it just goes right back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You have movement left, probably, so you came up the balcony, moved into striking distance, strike, and you have a bonus action, which you could use action surge and attack again if you wanted to.
Can I do action surge and do more like a shoulder check?
I was gonna say,
You
yeah.
could do
Try
a
to-
shove. Yeah.
Because it's obvious that...
Yeah, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Alright, so make a strength athletics check, opposed by the armor strength athletics.
So you have to roll a d20.
Yeah.
Am I rolling? Oh, okay. 5.
Well, you gotta add your athletics.
Yeah.
Add what?
5.
Add 5 plus 5, so 10.
Okay.
I don't know what
You
your athletics
connect with a loud crash.
Okay, where are
with a
the
loud-
athletics?
It's probably 0. Acrobatics.
Oh, no, athletics is 5, so it's okay.
Yeah, you connect with the armor in a loud crash, and it just elbows you out of the way.
Just no games played.
Yeah.
You just...
But it turns to face you now.
Thank you.
Next in the initiative is Wizard.
Alright. So,
Cast a shield on him?
yeah.
So
either
shield is a personal spell
can't
for
cast
you
it.
that you use as a reaction.
I can't command it because it's probably undead or some sort of spell. It's not a creature.
You could give it a massage.
A message.
Grab his feet!
So
Let me
your
retro sonnet.
your cards labeled cantrips.
I can use
You
those.
can use those as much as you want without penalty.
It has to be cast a firebolt.
Sure.
How close is he to the armor?
I'm a
It's
dragon.
not a fireball, so it's single target.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you're gonna roll a d20 and add your spellcasting attack, which should be, I think, +5 for you. And then you'll need a d10.
Yeah.
Here you go.
What's the +5 from?
So add it to your d20 roll.
But no, like what skill?
Oh, it's gonna be the firebolt cantrip spell. It should have some information there. But you're adding your intelligence modifier plus
Oh, okay.
your proficiency bonus. It should be somewhere around 5 probably.
I got 7.
7 plus 5.
That's what for you guys. Is
Yeah.
Proficiency bonus is 2. Yeah, plus 12.
Yeah. Your firebolt goes a little bit wide and lands in the alcove. All those cobwebs go up in a quick flash of flame, but you don't do any damage to the suit of armor. Next up is Bob the Cleric.
Alright, so I'm getting strangled right now. Oh, wait, no.
No,
He's on me.
He's on you.
Just as the day goes on,
it's starting. They were getting bored, but they finally found something interesting.
Excellent. Yeah, I can tell the quantity of jewels on the map.
Yeah. What do you do, Cleric?
I don't know, nothing's worked so far. Your fireball didn't do anything?
No, I hit
He just
cobwebs.
Yeah, he
Oh.
missed. Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty shit.
So what reanimates, like, or animates, I guess, a suit of armor?
yeah, I mean, like, what could I do to it that would do something?
What spells do you have available?
I have resistance, spare the dying, guidance. I could guiding bolt it.
You could. That
Yeah.
would give the fighter advantage.
All right, let's do that.
Or the rogue probably is next.
I'll guiding bolt at level 3.
Okay, so what does that spell say you need to do? Make an attack roll?
It says 1 action, duration 1 round. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, the damage is increased. Flash of light streaks towards the target creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack.
Okay,
against
so it's
the
going to be a
target.
d20 plus probably 5 for you. It's wisdom plus proficiency.
Wisdom plus proficiency
Your proficiency is 2.
is 2. Okay, yeah, so 5. That is a 9 plus 5 is 14.
All right. Again, spell goes wide. You miss. Mark off one of your spell slots for the day. Now it's the armor's turn. It closes with the fighter and just throws a hook right at his face. Rolling.
We're gonna wrap up the tabletop soon and get into kids stream. If you want to play Overwatch, you have to join this Discord channel up here. We need to get teams ready, so thinking ahead. Sorry to interrupt you guys.
You're good.
Discord channel, you have to join that if you want to be considered to play Overwatch. Right there, invites up there. Okay, cool, thanks.
Is that our normal
So he
Discord?
rolls. He rolls a 14 against your armor class. What is your armor class?
Chainmail 16 AC.
So are you using your shield?
Right here, 17.
Oh, so
Yeah.
17.
And 19 if you're using your shield.
I
But you said you were using your two-handed
I pulled out my longsword, so no shield.
So
17.
it doesn't hurt you at all. You're able to dodge out of the way. Take a glancing blow on your chainmail. You don't even feel it.
Alright.
All right.
Chris, let's just
Rope.
I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, actually, short bow. My
All right.
apologies. Or
Should do a sneak attack with that.
no, it's the short bow is piercing and
in the visor.
better damage too. So
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Right in the visor.
oh god, 6 plus what is it? 14.
14. Your arrow glances off the back of the breastplate and embeds in the wall of the hallway. Back to the top. Fighter. It's your turn.
I'm gonna try and fire breath him.
Okay. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
What do I roll?
What is the DC on your fire breath?
What is DC? Where am I looking at? Damage? Damage type? So
Let me see your character sheet real quick. I think it's like 12 or something.
D2 6 save 12.
You can play it, go for it.
That's a
Go for it.
fire breath. Yeah, dex save 12. So it rolls an 11 and it fails.
I
Roll
don't really
your
care. You can play quick
2d6.
play too. That's fine.
Oh, that's
This guy?
The squares. Cubes. Roll 2 of them.
Nice.
You deal 6 fire damage as you just take in a deep breath and just bathe this suit in fire and flames.
Fire and play. Is he staggered at all?
No, it's
Is he just-
it looks like you've damaged it. You've reduced its integrity, but it's still hot and angry and coming after you.
What was your attack roll? What'd you have to get?
I need to roll a 12, but I only rolled 11.
It was a dexterity saving throw.
So wait, was the fire damage effective then?
It was
it was.
effective.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll cast Firebolt again.
Okay.
Don't miss. 15 or above. Has not.
I definitely miss.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else on your turn? Do you want to move away? Do you want to?
What does the Bless scroll do?
So if you were to read the Blessed Scroll on your next turn, you could choose any one of your allies, three of them, and give them a D4 on any attack rolls or saving throws that they make. So they roll their die and then add a D4 to it.
Well, where? I need living.
Are you even 61 yet?
There's the balcony and then back downstairs.
Get there.
My man.
We're playing some Ashara tonight?
I'll move to the balcony, I guess.
Okay. Up and away
We're gonna go
and get in
PvP a bit.
position. Okay.
Roll 4-man deep. Take Ricky along.
Bob the cleric.
I mean, I guess I can try Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
I can't use it at level 3 anymore, though, so I have to use it at level 2, right?
Oh, you'd be using it at level 1. You have 3 level 1 slots.
Oh.
So you'd be using another slot.
Okay.
Or you could attack it with melee.
You're right.
Your choice.
Yeah. No. We'll try melee this time.
Okay.
So
That's gonna have a meltdown if you don't.
I don't know what I'm looking for here.
In the attacks box,
Proficiency bonus?
that comes into play, but there should be like a mace or a short sword or something.
Attack bonus 1. So it's plus 1 to
Do you
my
want to
roll.
use your mace or your short sword?
Short sword.
Okay.
Plus 5. That's not very high.
No?
That's
How high?
7.
Okay. All right, yeah. I mean, you go to gut this thing, and it just scrapes off an armor plate.
God, we're so terrible.
All right, the armor is going to it's going to try and attack you, fighter, again. It rolls a 6. It does not.
Okay, so
no,
very
no
quick.
one's hitting
This fog is just
Great. It's very dark in this hallway.
Like
It's just like
a mess
Yeah.
of things happening over here.
All right, top of initiative. Fight, or no, sorry, rogue. It's your turn.
Yeah, I hit it again with my sharp bow.
Okay.
attempt to hit it.
This is gonna hit. So it's 13 plus 5 is 18.
Yeah, that meets its AC. That's what you need, minimum. Good
There
job.
it is,
So
air
roll your
5.
damage,
Yeah.
and because it's engaged in combat, you add your sneak
Air
attack
5.
as well.
Thank you.
So I also get a sneak attack.
Yeah, because you have an ally within 5 feet of it.
Okay. So then I'm rolling for the sneak attack. That's 5, and then I'm rolling for the short bow, which is 4 plus 3 is 7, so 7 plus 5 is 12.
Nice, nicely done. Yeah, you puncture one of the armor plates, and you see like these incorporeal like threads of ether start to leak out of it.
He's in the back.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Top of initiative, fighter.
Okay. Dragon's fire breath again.
You can only use that once per day,
Well,
or once
then-
per short or long rest. I think.
Wait, where does that say that at?
It's just in the rules.
It's
I
like an
tried to-
ability.
I tried to make them concise.
Gotcha. I can use everything else though, right?
Yeah, you can attack as much as you want.
Okay.
Longsword, two-handed. Go. Swing away.
Yeah, we're gonna longsword two-handed.
All right, do it to it.
9.
Plus 5.
Well, no, 4 plus 5 is 9.
Oh.
9.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, again, it just blocks with one of the
You drop your
visors.
sword.
Yeah.
Do I get to still have action surge, or is that only once?
You can only use that once per day.
Okay.
Or short rest one. I can't
But you
remember.
haven't
We'll
done it
look
yet,
up.
right? No, I did. You did by doing the.
You'll have to rest before you can use it again. Wizard.
All right, Firebolt again, I guess.
Okay. Roll well.
15?
15 plus 5 will hit. Yeah.
Alright.
20, so roll your d10 of damage.
3.
Oh, it was so close to 7.
All right, yeah, you nailed this thing with a firebolt. Its helmet, like, gets rocked by it, and more of that ether kind of leaks out into the air. Bob Cleric.
Bob the cleric is going to swing again.
All right.
Here we go. That's a 1. I dropped my sword.
Well, you still got mace.
You take out butter, and you chuck it out.
Yeah. Do you want to do anything else?
stare at my sword on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
How did I drop that?
I'm about to get punched in the throat. I'm gonna die here.
All right. The armor is going to make an attack against. Actually, I think the rogue's on the stairs, right? You're shooting up through the railing. The wizard hit it and harmed it. You can't hurt the fighter, so it's going to go after the wizard.
Okay. I'm on the balcony.
Right, so it's going to turn its back to you and charge the wizard.
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Attack of opportunity if you'd like to take it.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll your d20.
Slapped it on the ass.
A normal weapon attack.
Oh.
It's surprisingly
Dude, we
fast.
are doing great over here.
It's surprisingly fast. You whip.
Sword at him.
That's so terrible.
It charges at you and just tries to deck you.
Here, you take this one. I'll
It
take
rolls
this
a it rolls a 21.
He's gonna clothesline.
That's the first attack. You take 5 bludgeoning damage. Boop, and then it goes to make another punch against you.
And it misses.
And it hits. You take another 5 damage as it clocks you.
10?
Now, if you would like, what's your AC?
10.
10? Okay. Shield would not help you here because it rolled so high, it would go through your shield.
Where's your health point?
Yeah.
16.
Okay, so now you're at 6.
Yeah. I got you. Don't worry. Heals don't miss.
Okay, that's the end of the armor's turn. Rogue, you can probably move up a little bit on the stairs and still get a shot.
Okay, doing that.
Okay.
Oh, I hit it for sure.
Nice. And you get sneak attack because the wizard is within 5 feet of it.
2 for sneak attack and 7 for...
7 again.
So 9.
9. All right. Yeah, you hit it in like one of the breastplates, and a couple pieces of armor crash and clatter to the floor. You can see there's like this swirling essence inside of it. Looks pretty weird. Okay. Top of initiative, fighter.
What's my hand axe? Just a one-handed axe?
It's like a gnarly hatchet, and you can hit it with it or throw it.
What's the 2060 mean?
That's range. So within 20 feet, you suffer no penalty. In between 20 and 60, you attack at disadvantage. Beyond 60, it's ineffective.
How far away is he from me right now?
He's within 20 feet.
Within 20.
Good luck. You couldn't hit him in melee.
I couldn't. Well, I'm thinking, so he's still down the hall. He's towards the balcony.
Yeah, towards the end of the balcony now.
So he's got open wounds on his back. I want to make like a lunging longsword attack.
Wait, okay.
Could you like shoulder him so hard that he falls over? I don't. Is that allowed?
Yeah, you could try that.
Just charge.
So what you would have to do is you would have to make a melee grab attack, which is d20 plus your strength plus proficiency.
Okay.
And then you would make a opposed strength athletics check to throw him off the balcony.
But isn't it enough to just hit him with a good...
No, cause I think you'd have to grab and toss. He doesn't really have the angle to like hit him off. You'd have to run from like the other direction, but it's obstructed by a wall.
Alright, what'd you say? So 20 plus strength plus what?
D20 plus your strength modifier, which is the plus number.
Plus 3.
Plus 3 plus 2, so it's 5.
Okay.
To grab him. And then you have to use your strength to toss him off.
Let's try it.
I think it's a cool idea. I think if this works, it's going to be so epic.
20.
Plus
5
5
is
is
20.
20. So you grab onto him, you get a good hold, he's grappled. Now if you want to throw him, you can expend the rest of your movement to drag him to the balcony's edge and try and shove him off. And he's going to roll strength to oppose you. What did you roll?
He hasn't rolled yet.
I haven't rolled yet. I was
Okay, go
gonna,
ahead.
as a group, decide, do we want to throw him off?
Well, you're
Right?
you're
I have
right
him.
next to him. You have him.
I already grabbed him.
Yeah, you got him. You drug him to the edge.
What die do I roll for that? Do I
A
roll
D20.
D20 again?
And
roll
add
good.
your strength modifier only.
Roll well.
Okay.
Roll well. 20, 20, 20. Here we go. 20. No.
7 plus 3, so 10.
He rolled a 5.
Yes.
You see Kazuga pick up the armor over his head, throw it out over the railing, and it clatters down the staircase. And it just keeps clattering and clattering and clattering. Out of sight.
Does it fall apart?
Sounds like it.
Okay, so we should.
Mark that experience.
What do you guys do? We can drop initiative for now.
For now.
It sounds like it went really far away, so you can just kind of act freely.
Do we want to keep checking out upstairs, see what's going on, or do we want to go?
I'm gonna heal Rain real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some. Which one can I use all the time? Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds is a level 1 spell, so that costs a resource.
How much does it do? Do rations heal?
1d8 plus spell
No,
casting.
but if you guys found a safe place to rest for an hour, you could spend some hit dice to regain hit points.
Where's my spell casting?
Your spellcasting modifier is Wisdom plus Proficiency. Or sorry, no, it's just Wisdom.
Oh, okay. So it's 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah.
We should go see if we killed it.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Who's gonna go?
So now I'm gonna toss Kazuga off the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Take a shortcut.
I'll
Take a look
I'll
at
give you some
where-
Featherfall if you do that.
Oh, I want that.
No, Featherfall. Yeah, can I Featherfall down the stairs? Off the balcony?
If the wizard wants to expend one of his precious spell slots.
You wanna do it?
How much time do we have left in the session?
Oh, we're off stream, so we can play as long as we want.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I think we're still on stream, aren't we?
Oh,
So
well, whatever. We can play as long as we want.
Okay.
We got 24 hours, right?
Right.
He clearly is drawing Abraham Lincoln. I'm just going to walk down the stairs.
Good choice. You walk down the stairs, and in between the second and first floors, you see just a scattering of armor on the stairs. Some are like, some pieces are caught within the railing, others are kind of strewn apart. It looks like you've destroyed whatever foul construct that was.
Do we see that spirit thing anywhere?
No.
All right. Are any of the pieces of armor wearable by me?
No.
Not even the helmet?
I'm gonna take the helmet and, like put it on my belt. Just
Sure, yeah.
As like a trophy, yeah. Kid Predator.
How do you get all the... Yeah. Okay.
But it's it won't grant you any mechanical bonuses.
Gotcha.
I was watching it, admiring your amazing toss.
Yeah, that was badass.
Good.
Yeah.
I was gonna jump off the balcony to save myself.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna pick up my short sword as well.
Okay.
Can't forget about that.
All right, cool. Yeah, silence falls on the house. What do you guys do?
All right. So what were we doing before
So we
this?
were on the third floor.
You were on the third floor. There was a balcony. It had this animated armor and an alcove, and those carved wooden panelings. You were inspecting it. As you calm down, gather your short sword, and take another look.
Did you want me to
Do you
use
see?
What were we doing?
Oh, I need some help.
You're at 6
You
left,
see,
right?
I need some
with your
help.
passive perception of 13.
All right, I'll just
another secret door in the wood paneling.
1d8.
It pushes open and then slides to the side. There's it's a smaller opening, so you'll have to like
5.
punch to get in.
Okay.
And it's kind of
11
covered
now.
in cobwebs and it's dark. There is a staircase leading up,
Get higher.
even higher.
So we go up that way then.
Yeah, that's the only way to go from here.
And you said from the exterior of the house we could see 4 floors.
Right.
But the staircase only led us to
You're
the
on the
floor.
third
Right.
floor.
Okay.
You guys
All right,
go
so we're
up?
going in the secret staircase.
Okay.
He goes first.
Who goes first indeed?
I'll go first.
Fighter goes
I'm
first.
feeling strong.
Okay.
Yeah, you just
Physically
you
strong.
just-
I just
I like the idea that you actually kind of did one of these things where you just kind of
Oh
like,
yeah.
what is it called? Suplex? Is that or
Suplex,
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you go up this like kind of cramped wooden spiral staircase, and you find yourselves in an attic. There is a hallway that opens up into a bigger room before you. Let me read you that description. It's the attic hall is just like choked with dust and cobwebs. The cobwebs stretch from one wall to the other, down from the ceiling. It's you can't see past it. What do you do?
Don't you have a light?
Yeah.
Flashlight?
I can do a cantrip with light.
Yeah, they'll do it. Yeah.
I have a candle.
Can he
I
just
have to do it on an object.
You can do it on this candle.
Or like a weapon? Can't you just
have a torch?
light a
Can
weapon?
we use the torch and just light it and then
Yeah, you can.
burn the cobwebs?
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys
It's
like. You use your light. What do you cast light on?
See, that's what I was saying.
Just the weapon.
Oh,
Someone pulls the weapon up.
All right, I'll do my ornamental longsword that I grabbed from the
Okay,
fireplace.
cool. Yeah, you cast light on it, hold it up, it shines brightly. Kazuga, you use your torch to clear the cobwebs out of the way, and you actually reveal a couple doors in the process.
In the attic.
Closed. In the attic. So there's an attic hallway and then a space, and there's a couple doors that you've revealed by clearing away. There's 3. And then in the larger space, it looks like there are 2.
Okay, we just open some of them, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Do you just open the first door that's closest to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a door on the right-hand side. So actually, this door is locked.
We have a key.
We do have a key.
Wait, where do we
Would
get
you
a
like
key?
to try it?
I took it from,
got it from the desk.
The desk. Yeah, I wanted to try it.
It unlocks the door.
Oh, sweet.
So this room contains a bricked-up window flanked by 2 dusty wood-framed beds sized for children. Closer to the door is a toy chest with windmills painted on its sides and a dollhouse that is a perfect replica of the dreary edifice in which you stand. These furnishings are draped in cobwebs. Lying in the middle of the floor are 2 small skeletons wearing tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of the 2 cradles a stuffed doll that you also recognize.
Yeah, there's no way those kids in the front were real.
Can I pick up this stuffed doll?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my belt loop as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
You hear a small voice call out from behind you, and it was a little boy that was crying in the street. And he says, "That's mine."
I rip its head off.
He, okay, let's roll initiative.
Yeah, he gets mad. Here we go. He gets mad. Jeez, I've had the worst initiative.
16. Getting places. This one's way better. What'd you
Where's
get?
the monitor?
12. Dude, we got double digits.
Nice.
Switching them up.
Initiative
It's working.
is right there.
Oh, I have 0.
Yeah, those are usually gone.
I'm sorry I pissed off the kid.
I can just imagine.
Well, we don't roll. We don't add anything to that.
I,
Right?
I
Yeah,
looked deep
initiative.
into his eyes and
Where's
just...
initiative?
By your armor
on the
class?
top, yeah.
Right here. There's 0.
Oh yeah, 0.
Gotta find the stat blocks. All right.
Do I have time to run to the restroom before we
Josh,
Sure.
are you
Do
streaming
we
and
need-
typing?
I kind of want some food too.
discuss?
Yeah, do you guys want to take 5 minutes
Yeah, 5
and
minutes.
Take a
do a
5.
bio break and stuff like that?